What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about training for an ultramarathon. I may be at a track, but we are talking about that longer distance race. And I want to give you one of my favorite leg-saving tips for the actual race and the actual training itself. It's going to involve having a very specific strategy on how to tackle these long hills like this steep hill right here. Now guys, with ultra running, a lot of times we're talking about being on the trails for these longer than marathon distances. Occasionally you have the ultra marathon that's on the pavement, but a lot of times they're on the trails and they're over hilly, mountainy terrain. So even if you're the best runner in the business, it's not a matter of if you walk, but when. And if you're a new ultra runner, sometimes that's hard to get used to, the idea of walking. That always feels like defeat if you had to actually walk through your run. But actually we want to bring walking in as a useful, important part of our strategy for this thing. And I'm on this very steep hill here just to sort of exemplify this point. Now, this hill is short enough that if I wanted to and I felt fresh, I could easily power my way up, no problem. But here's the drill. Every time I power my way up a hill, I burn a match, right? I go way above my lactate threshold. It takes longer for my body to really recover. And if I do that in the early miles of my race, I'm gonna flame out really quick. So it becomes, the name of the game becomes being able to sort of measure my intensity and my heart rate and kind of keep it to like a low simmer for as long as possible. The way we're gonna do that is actually using a run-walk strategy up here. Now, I was actually running on Squaw Valley up in California, up in Lake Tahoe. We're up at 6,000 or 7,000 feet. We were doing a 15-mile run with almost 5,000 feet of climbing. And I fell in line with this guy. And what we started to do was walk 10 steps. And after 10 steps, we'd run for 20. And then we'd walk 10 steps and run for 20. And we just mixed that up a little bit. Sometimes if it was steeper, we'd flip that around, walk for 20 steps, run for 10. If it was less steep of a hill, we would do run 20, walk for 10. But that nice little balance back and forth actually allowed us to keep our heart rates at a low minimum and also to really continue to push past people. Is pretty incredible. And it brings us back to this old adage with all things ultra. It's not always who goes the fastest that wins, but it's who slows down the least. So this little tip for you, that run-walk strategy up the hill, figure out your pacing, count your steps. It keeps you mentally focused and in the game. It makes a huge difference for saving your legs in the long run for those ultras so you can go out and crush. Guys, one more thing. If you like this video, go ahead and let me know. Hit that like button right down below. If you have any comments or questions on ultra running or training, I know we're just starting to scratch the surface there. Hit us up in the comments section. And definitely send us your requests. We want to hear what you want to see, and then we'll be able to work that into future videos. Who knows? If you want to be a better ultra runner, you want to be a better, stronger runner, you want to have resources to battle those injuries, you want to build speed and build strength, you definitely need to subscribe to The Run Experience. We're putting out content on a regular basis all the time. We've got a ton of content already out there on those topics. You want to subscribe and hunt around, we've got something for you. And finally, you've made it this far, we want to give you a 2 weeks of running, strength, and injury prevention training that's going to make such a big difference. You can inject it into any training plan. It doesn't matter if you're a brand new runner or you are that ultra experienced runner. It makes a huge difference in your training and how your body feels right now, today. All you need to do to get it is to click this link in this video. If you happen to be on that mobile device, which, let's be honest, in these days is probably the case, there's going to be a link down in the description. Once you click that link, you're going to get sent to a page. Once you're there, all you need to do is enter your name and your email address, and I'll be able to personally send you that 2-week quick start. Of course, if I'm not out hiking or running on the trail somewhere. But guys, that is it. Hope you start training with us. Thanks again. We'll see you in another video.